Hey everybody, Chef Carl here. Just wanted to kind of start off this by trying to figure out what this is or what this is going to be. This is going to kind of be for me almost a video blog, a quarantine video diary maybe. Just to kind of, I don't know if it's necessarily for my own mental health or if it's my own entertainment or a combination there and for your entertainment. And, I just kind of want to do some things that give me an opportunity to kind of get things off my chest when I need to, or talk about things that I think are important, or, whatever. A lot of what we're going to do on this, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be kind of driven by you, the viewer. Because, to be honest, if we go completely by my own ideas, it may get weird quick, and it may get a little, whatever quick. But just wanted to, like I said, first of all, welcome to you to this, and like I said, we can make this as much fun as we need to. So it's an opportunity for everybody to kind of, be involved as much as you want to. If you want to send a question, of course, here on YouTube, you can sit there below and comment. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook or whatnot, just send me a private message, or if you have my cell number, send me a text. So, that's always a good thing. So, right off the bat, I'm going to say, hey, if you like this, if you enjoy the video, please like it. Please subscribe. There's also a thing they have, that a little bell thing that kind of notifies you when we do something new here. So, again, it's just an opportunity to kind of communicate, especially, with everything that's going on in the world, and all. So, that's kind of what the purpose is. For me, today is April the 4th. It's a Saturday. It's right now about 1 in the afternoon, my time, Central Time. This is now I think it's been 16 days since I've worked, since we shut down the restaurant. And I don't begrudge the ownership for making the decision that they did. I understand it. To an extent, I agree with it. So I understand. So, right, wrong, or indifferent, that's kind of where I'm at. I will tell you that the last 16 days, I've done done a lot of things to try to keep myself entertained. I have watched, my gosh, we have a very serious video collection, DVD collection and the like, and, we haven't even made a dent, but right now we're kind of on a James Bond kick, and that's been a lot of fun. I enjoy James Bond movies for whatever reason. So if you want to answer the question, what is your favorite James Bond movie of all time? Hey, leave that in the comments. Let's have fun with this. Mine's probably Live and Let Die. It's one of the first ones I ever remember seeing, and for whatever reason, it just always seemed to, strike a chord with me, for lack of a better term. But been playing a lot of video poker, which I do anyway, some of my free time. Also have been, listing on eBay, which is something I've always done. I've been doing for 20 some odd years now. So, just trying to, bide my time, while we wait for a lot of the things to kick in that are to give some of us some financial assistance, which is very much needed, of course, by those of us who've been affected by this, especially. Also while we're going through all this together, guys, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. I think I've touched my face once already in this video, and I'm probably more conscious of it now than I ever have been. But, it's important to practice good hygiene anyway. I'm blessed and fortunate being in the restaurant industry. It's something that we do a lot, and it's kind of, I don't have to think about it. It's just something that you do. But also during this time when a lot of businesses are in trouble, a lot of businesses, again, have had to shut down and or modify what they're doing. Guys, support your local businesses, especially your independent restaurants. I think now more than ever they need your help. If they're offering the pickup and the carry out, take advantage of that. And, it's important. And that's not to say, oh, and nothing against, well, maybe it is something against chains. Okay, but your local independent restaurant needs you more than that. They need you, all, first of all, 365 days of the year. It's not just right now. Okay, they need you. But now more than ever, they really need you. Most of those guys are operating on razor thin budgets, razor thin margins. They're not rolling in cash. Some restaurants literally make it week to week, and a bad week can destroy them. And so right now, again, if you care about your local community, please support your local restaurants who are doing the carry out and the pickup and deliveries and whatnot. It's important now more than ever, guys. It really is. It helps your economy. It helps your local economy. It keeps money there, which is very important. So please do that. It's again, now more than ever, it's very, very, very important. As we go through these over these next several videos and all this, the content is going to a lot of it's going to be help. You guys are going to help select it. It's going to kind of be up to the folks who are leaving the opinions, who are leaving the comments, who are sending me, again, messages and whatnot saying, hey, you ought to do this, you ought to do this, you ought to do this. But, especially on this first one, I'm just kind of throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks. So one thing I've seen on Facebook the last few days and weeks is what they call the Unpopular Opinion Game. And the gist is it's a list of things that most people enjoy and like and all this stuff and love, and for whatever reason you don't get it or you don't like it or whatever. So I guess this is the Chef Carl version of the Unpopular Opinion Game. Right off the bat, one of the things I do not like at all is beans and chili. To me, that's not chili. That's just filler. In fact, in a lot of your chili competitions, if you can't have beans and chili, it's a disqualification. It's not real chili. I don't like iced tea. Second thing, I never have. I don't think I ever will. I've tried it as a kid. I've tried it as a teenager, as a young adult, medium adult. Now that I've gotten old, I've tried it then, and I still don't like it. I just don't get it. I don't like the flavor. I just assume have a bottled water, which is what I'm usually drinking anyway. Next item. I don't like mayo. Don't like mayonnaise. I get that that's not probably the most popular opinion in the world, but hey, I don't know. Even before I've made my own mayo, I just didn't like it. I just never have. I will on rare occasion. I'll use it usually as part of a sauce or something. But normally, if I'm just going to have mayo, the only time I'll do that is if I'm having a BLT or just like a tomato sandwich. Other than that, I don't really use mayo that much. So it's just nothing I really like. Akin to that is eggs. I'm not a big. My breakfast eating is kind of weird anyway. I get that, but I'm not a big eggs person, especially the whole over easy, over medium, over hard, sunny side, poached. There's a smell that's involved with that bothers me for some reason. There's also a texture involved that I'm not a big fan of. On rare occasion, I will eat an omelet or I'll eat scrambled eggs, and if they're scrambled, we call it scrambled dead. And there's got to be something else in there, whether it be onions, bell peppers, or something. Kaneka sausage is good. I like Kaneka sausage. But then there's usually either salsa or some Tabasco or something else, a sauce of some kind on there, cheese or whatnot, to help kind of kill the taste for me. So eggs on the list. Ooh, here's a couple non-food items. I don't like sandals or flip-flops or any of that stuff. Part of it is probably because I think feet are gross. I think it's the grossest part of anyone's body, male, female, or indifferent. Doesn't matter if you had a pedicure or whatnot. Doesn't matter. I think feet are nasty. I think sandals are nasty. And I guess because I work in an industry where covering and protecting your feet is important. I just don't like seeing feet. So I'm not a big fan of sandals. Uh, Walmart. I don't like Walmart at all. I don't like the concept of Walmart. The concept of Walmart nowadays is they've sat there and they've become they've almost become the McDonald's. If you have how McDonald's is trying to be everything to every man, it's kind of what Walmart does. You know, they try to be everything. But I don't know that I want to buy a suit of clothes or my clothing at the same place I'm buying a car battery, which is the same place I'm getting my prescription filled, which is the same place I'm buying a gallon of milk, which is the same place I'm buying a movie. You know what I'm saying? They don't specialize in anything. They just kind of do everything half-butted. And that's how I feel. I mean, I know some people that's blasphemy. Walmart's the greatest thing. No. Another thing I'm not a fan of that everybody seems to love is basketball. I don't mind playing basketball that often, but as far as sitting down and watching a basketball game, I just can't get into it. I quit watching basketball around the time that, oh gosh, Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and James Worthy and guys like that, Magic Johnson, when all that group started going away, I started going away. I think the last time I ever really watched it might have been Kobe's rookie year. I know it's the last time I ever bought a pack of basketball cards. That I know. But the point is, I'm just not a big fan of basketball. The next one, and this is kind of more of a local thing than it is it's necessarily a national thing. But everybody seems to love, but I can't stand is Alabama football. And it's not. Let me try to explain. I enjoy professional football immensely. College football, I'm just not as big of a fan of. Yes, if you put a gun to my head, I do pull for LSU. And of course, I always, because I attended Southern Miss, I always, just kind of support USM. But around here, college football is kind of a combination of religion and politics. I follow Alabama because my daddy followed Alabama. I follow Auburn because my grandpa went to Auburn or whatever. It's not about, it's just about whatever it's about. And for those of us who don't care whether Alabama or Auburn has a good season or whatnot, it's just not a big deal. But to everybody that seems to be a big deal. And I just sit there and go, whatever. Of course, especially this past year, I've been able to look at everybody and go, go Tigers. So, where my LSU hat around town and all this, which gets a few looks, as you can imagine. Occasionally a comment, but usually some very strange looks. Of course, I think after the LSU Bama game, I think I probably got flipped off more than I knew, and probably got cut off a couple of times on the road driving. But whatever. But it's just everybody's crazy about it, but I just don't get it. But whatever, it is what it is. Number 2 on my list, I guess, since we're counting backwards or whatever, I cannot stand the snow and cold weather in general. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is. I just can't stand the snow. I mean, having grown up, spending some very key formative years on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. If you ask me where home is, even though I was not born there, I will tell you it's the Mississippi Gulf Coast, especially in and around Long Beach. Shout out to Long Beach, Mississippi, y'all. But I'm just not a fan of snow. I don't like cold weather. And snow seems to be one of those things that people lose their mind, especially if they're driving in it. Years ago when I lived in West Virginia, it was amazing when it would start snowing. I'm slowing down and everybody else seems to be speeding up. I never figured that out at all. I don't get it. But, whatever. It's just one of the things that everybody seems to love and I can't stand. Last, number 1, I guess, on this is going to be the one that I have had more fun with over the years than I can probably count. But I cannot stand ranch dressing. I don't like it. While I make a good ranch dressing, everywhere I've worked, we kind of make our own. it's still not that good. I mean, it's ranch, and yet people, for whatever reason, order bucket after bucket after bucket of this stuff. I mean, they put on everything, and I'm just like, I don't get it. But hey, you know what? When it comes to food, I can sit there and I can look down my nose at it or whatever. But at the end of the day, if I'm not eating it, you're eating it. I don't care. If it's something I can do for you, I'm probably going to do it for you. But don't mean I'm gonna. I don't mean I'm gonna like it or go, ooh, yay. Anyway, that's the unpopular opinion game. So hopefully you guys had a little bit of fun with that. And I'm not saying you got to agree with me. You don't have to. If you disagree with me, again, leave a comment. It's okay. Again, as I started putting this together and thinking about what I want to do, those of you who know me know that one of the things that I have enjoyed for, oh my gosh, over 40 years now is professional wrestling. Always have, probably always will. While I may or may not agree with everything that goes on in wrestling today, I mean, having followed it since the mid 70s, it's just something I've always liked. And today, because of the coronavirus stuff, WWE, which is of course the big wrestling organization now, they can't have fans, which I understand that. And their Wrestlemania, which was supposed to go off tomorrow, is going to go off today and tomorrow. They kind of break it into 2 days. And I haven't quite figured that one out yet, but hey, whatever. So this is kind of the portion of the program we're going to call the WrestleMania preview and prediction part of the show. I've got the card here in front of me. To be perfectly honest, it kind of is what it is, but this is in no particular order because we don't know how the matches are how they're gonna be divided into which day. They've already been taped, apparently at several different locations. So, with no fans, I don't get that, because to me that's kind of what made wrestling and WrestleMania in particular important. It was the fans, the fan interaction. Not just the event itself, but the events like the Hall of Fame induction, the NXT, the breakout shows or the lockdown or whatever they call them. The access thing where you could, meet the fans, and usually other wrestling organizations would plan things around like WrestleCon and all that, which is an opportunity to kind of meet, the stars of the past, the stars of the indies, the stars of, whatever, the former guys, all that good stuff. But anyway, so I'm going to briefly go down the WrestleMania card. 16 matches, guys. Whew. Some I'll comment about, some I won't. Just, it is what it is. All right, Rhea Ripley against Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley is the champ. She is one of the hottest performers in NXT right now. By letting Charlotte Flair wrestle her, Charlotte, who has been the Raw Women's Champion, the SmackDown Women's Champion, the NXT Champion, and all that. Again, I think it's gonna shine a good light on the NXT Championship, but it doesn't make sense for Charlotte to win the championship. So I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley on this one. Brock Lesnar against Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. This has been a build that's been going for a while, since Survivor Series, and even a little bit before then. The way that they've done this, I think is kind of smart, but they need to pay it off. McIntyre needs to win. If McIntyre doesn't win, then this whole build-up was for nothing. And unless they've got something really, 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 important on their mind, which if they do, hey, more power to them. For the Universal Championship, you've got Goldberg against Braun Strowman. I don't know how I feel about this. This was originally supposed to be Goldberg against Roman Reigns. And to be perfectly honest, Roman pulled out because of health concerns and all this. I'd like to see Braun Strowman win, because they should have given him the belt about a year and a half ago. They should have paid that off. They had him. They were building and building and building him, and they were doing it right. And then it's just for whatever reason, I don't know if he lost favor with the boys in the back or Vince or whoever, but the fact is, it just doesn't. He really hasn't done anything since. And so it's time to pay that off, I think, to the fans. But I don't think they'll do it just because. Becky Lynch against Shayna Baszler for the Raw Women's Championship. There's nothing about Shayna Baszler that I like. She's definitely the bad butt heel. Becky Lynch is arguably this generation's Stone Cold as far as popularity and how people got behind her even when the promotion didn't want to get behind her. And this thing has been running, a nice wave for about a year and a half now. The fact is they ought to pay. To me, Lynch needs to win, but who knows? You know how it is. They do what they're going to do. In a Firefly Funhouse match. Try saying that 5 times quickly. You got John Cena against The Fiend Bray Wyatt. There's no reason for John Cena to win. I mean, he's going to go back to Hollywood when this is over. And that's not a slam. That's just the fact. I'd have Wyatt win. It didn't matter how or when, because, John Cena's not going to be around all the time anyway. You got Bayley against Lacey Evans, against Naomi, against Sasha Banks, against Tamina for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Normally I don't like elimination type matches. Based on the names that they brought in, I'm not a fan of Tamina's at all. That's a legitimately tough woman, but I'm just not a fan. I don't like Naomi. Naomi is probably my least favorite women's wrestler, except for maybe Lana on the planet. Sasha is, of course, in the storyline, that's Bayley's best friend. Of course, Lacey Evans is a lot of fun. Her character is so well done, and she even plays it up real well on social media, which I think is kind of cool. But anyway, I'd like to see Bayley retain. I don't think they will. I think it's going to be Sasha and Bayley. It's going to come out of those two, and one of them's going to screw the other one, and that's good. They're going to feud for a while. But I think they could have done that. They could have done this blow up before this. They said, well, Sasha was hurt. Okay, well, then I would have waited. Because I think the timing's bad on it, but that's just me. Undertaker against AJ Styles in what they're calling a boneyard match. Whatever. Undertaker's wrestling, twice a year? Maybe 3 times a year? AJ's in there, day in and day out. I would have AJ win, but that's just me. Kevin Owens against Seth Rollins. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm not invested in either one of them. The fans want, of course, Owens to win. Rollins I don't know. He just bores me to death right now. Edge against Randy Orton in a last man standing match. Of course, for those who aren't familiar, the way they've kind of played things up. Randy did some terrible things to Edge and even slapped his wife around on all this, and that's not cool. So Edge really needs to pay this. You almost have to give it to Edge, otherwise you've invested all this crap for nothing. Sami Zayn against Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship. I think this has the potential to be the best match of all of these. Just top to bottom, I think this could be the match of the 2 nights. Not knowing which night is going on, of course. You have 2 guys who can really go. You have 2 guys who are very talented in the ring and know how to tell a story. I think they could really burn the place down, but we'll see. In a ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Championships, which is stupid because they're not tagging during a ladder match. Miz and Morrison against the New Day, the Usos. I find it hard to care about this match. I just can't bring myself to care. Similarly, for the Raw Tag Team Championships, the Street Profits against Austin Theory, who I don't even know who that is, and Angel Garza. I'm not invested. I don't care. And if I don't care, I'll go cook a pizza or something during that time. For the Women's Tag Team Championship, you got the Kabuki Warriors against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. The Kabuki Warriors have held the belts for a while, but they don't ever seem to defend them because it seems like one or the other is always doing something individually. I would probably let Bliss and Cross win. But from a women's tag team division standpoint, it's not very good right now. They're basically repackaging it and they kind of busting up the Iconics. I just don't know that I care right now, which is a shame. because both Asuka and Kairi Sane are great, great wrestlers. I really enjoy them both. And Alexa's come a long way, and Nikki is really a lot of fun to watch. But it's hard to care about this match like I normally should and would. Aleister Black against Bobby Lashley. I got to go with Aleister Black because I don't get Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley to me is it's the same thing that and I've met Bobby. He's a very nice guy. He's missing something. I don't know what it is. He's got all, if you were making a prototypical wrestler, he's got everything he needs. He's got a good look. The guy's chiseled. He's got a good, experience. He's very athletic. But there's something that he's missing, and I can't get into him. Aleister Black, I'd give him the win. Very talented man. Elias against King Corbin. It is not possible for me to care any less about this match than I do. I mean, to the point that whenever this match is on, if it's tonight or whatever, I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to play something on my phone because I can't make myself care. I just don't care. Finally, Otis against Dolph Ziggler. Now, this is interesting. Because this is the whole love triangle with the whole Mandy Rose thing. I think it's kind of cool what they've done, what little I've seen of it. They've teased us around for a while. This ought to be interesting. It could be interesting. I think you got to pay it off and let Otis win, which means doing WWE they won't. Anyway, enough about WrestleMania. Like I said earlier, guys, the content on upcoming whatever these are called, a lot of that's going to be up to you. If you guys give me a lot of good feedback, ask a lot of questions or whatever, the more you guys are involved, the more fun this can be for us. I don't know. Heck, if I can figure out how to do this with my laptop and all, and do it to where you can actually see what I'm doing, I may even try to do a cooking demo or something on this. I don't know. Because cooking demos I do tend to wander a lot more so than this. So I actually had to keep notes for this, kind of keep me focused. But guys, look, just know that you're appreciated. If you made it all the way to this, just know how much I appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch and all. I don't know when you'll see another one. You might see it tomorrow. You might see it tonight. You might see it 3 o'clock in the morning. It just depends because like I said, with this whole quarantine thing and all, and staying at home and all this, and then limiting your social interactions physically. My sleep schedule is really messed up, as I'm sure most of you guys are. Obviously, my shaving schedule is really messed up. But anyway, just know that you're appreciated. Again, please please subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we upload new things, please just push the bell or ring the bell, or whatever they call it. And like I said, guys, if you're seeing this through a link on Facebook, ask questions or send me a comment or whatever. I'm going to try to make these things public. But anyway, again, I appreciate you guys. Stay safe out there. Practice your social distancing. And again, also support your local restaurants, guys. They need you more than ever right now. All of them. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, go here, go here, go here, go here. Not doing that, because number one, I don't know where you're at watching this. But whatever's local for you, support those local restaurants. It is vital. It's important. And hopefully, like I said, over the next couple of days and weeks, as we get through this together. Again, guys, just realize we're all in this together. But for now, until we can see each other face to face and high five and hug and shake hands and do whatever and fist bump and whatever, just be safe. And know that you're thought about, know that you're missed, know that you're cared about. Y'all take care again. Hope to hear from most of y'all soon.